Hey guys, welcome aboard. It's a nice rainy day over here in California, so I figured, well, let's fly over to Vegas, see if it's any better over there. I don't think it is, but should be a fun flight. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and load our flight from SimBrief here. That'd be the one. And we'll get our cabin lights off. It's always too bright in the FENIX over there. Alright, that looks good. Let's go ahead and get GSX loading the plane here. Come on. And as usual, gotta kill GSX and restart it. And give that a second to fire back up. It's yeah, nice rainy day. There we go, much better. Okay, let's request boarding.
Boarding requested.
And we can go ahead and get started up here.
Do you want to board crew? Pilot's boarding starting.
Come on there, computer, catch up. I was just check my sound levels there.
Crew boarding starting.
Making sure we're pretty good. Alright, we'll request our flight. We are American Airlines 2002. It is a real world flight. Take a look at SimBrief here. Cost index today is going to be 7. Cruise altitude looks like 29,000 feet. Go ahead and request our winds. Get all lined up. Clear all these messages.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Alright, let's go ahead and get our weights. 122.3, 29.2. 22.3, 29.2. Oh, we gotta get our boarding music going, huh? Just double check those numbers. Yeah, looking good. Let's see, fuel today, 8.8, let's call it. Short hop out there to Vegas. And we are departing off the 6s and the 7s, so 6 left for departure. Gardy for missing. Insert that, and Las Vegas will be landing 26 left. ILS 26 left. Let me take a look at my chart here, see if that's what we want to do. Let's see, 26 ILS 26 left. It's Yankee. Yeah, that's the one we want. With the bourbon transition. Okay, so Yankee 26 left, and arrival's going to be Raiders 2. Raider 2, and missing again. When I forgot to put our VIA on there. Let's do that again. Arrival. VIA. Oh, VIA bourbon's already there. Cool. Alright, so let's return there. Turn our lights down here a little bit. Probably going to be cloudy all the way up to flight altitude here. Let's just take a look at the flight plan really quick. Pretty straight shot, and a quick left turn into the runway. Yeah, that looks good. Super. I always like to have my lights up here a little bit. Close the door. Nope, close it. Wrong way. There we go. Alright, transponder to auto. And let's get our takeoff data here. 6 left, and it is for sure wet. Load sheet, we got LAX, packs are going to be on. Let's sync that 2986. Let's go ahead and put that in. We've got 3 minutes to alignment. Let's take a look, make sure everything's looking up here. Looks good, yeah. Got the APU fired up. Cruddy looking day out there. Need to be working the ramp. Should make for an interesting departure. All right, V speeds 21, 35, 35. And our flap settings today, 1 down, 0, and 68. Alright, that's in there. Let's go ahead and see if we got our load sheets over here. And we'll take a closer look here. Let's see, what do we got? The 0 fuel 8, yeah, 122.3. And we got the 120 passengers plus 5. And fuel 8. Fuel in tanks 8.77. Perfect. Alright, we'll accept that. Let's go over to performance here, flight plan here. Still got a few minutes for the passengers to load and cargo to get loaded in. Hey, hello Scott. It's been a while, but I'm starting to stream again a little bit. Figured it's a perfect day to go fly in here today. We've actually got something to fly into. Alright, let's see, altitude is going to be, what do we say, 29,000? Perfect. Alright, that's set. Let's come down here. Flight plan is set. Performance data is set. I usually have a flow that I do. And sometimes when I'm streaming, I don't always follow the flow. Captive audience. Oh, I got a cold? Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I got a little bit of runny nose here too. And mainly because of the weather. I think it's a little bit cooler. It hit like 86, 87 last week. And then now it's rainy here in California and I don't know what, like 55 or something. Yeah, I think we're all boarded up. Yeah, crew's all done. And we're all lined up over here. Let's get ready to get on out of here. Yeah, boarding complete. Start pushback. And this is a real world flight. Gave up on flight simming, huh? Yeah, I come and go. You know, I've got other hobbies
Hello,
here.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
So I kind of split up my time. Yeah, it's always messy over there. Wherever there's a hill, you know, or a ravine or something like that, the usual.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, let's come up here. Let's get our beacon on. Let the flight crew know we're ready to get out of here. And I gotta take a quick look at the map. See where we're pushing here.
Locking gear.
We're going to be doing a pushback with a nose to the right. I'll arrange my other screen here so I can see everything all at once. Yeah, maybe you're getting some of that warmth that we were getting before. Oh boy, let's see. Well, what are we doing? Facing south. I guess that's what we want. I forgot this LAX comes with its GSX profiles, so they set the axis and pushbacks all different instead of just left and right. Yeah, like I said over here, it was 86, I think, last week. Yeah, there's a big trough, big ridge. Let me try to pull it up over here. Take a look at this before we push back. Yeah, so here we are, and yeah, you can see big ridge. Got Hawaii over here, big trough, and another big ridge. Right through Texas, New Mexico, all that stuff. So a lot of warm air pumping up here. Another trough down here. So everything over, I'm almost pointing to the screen. Everything over here is going to push that way. No, I didn't hear that. They tell us to release brakes. Probably did. Oh, you know what? Sometimes I forget. See, when I start streaming, I start doing things goofy here. It would help if I disconnect the GPU.
Commence parking brakes, please. All engines clear. Start at will.
Let's take a look at our messages here. Yeah, that looks good. Oops. Hold on. All right, finally we're pushing back. Beacons on. Stop music.
Welcome to your American Airlines flight. On its way to one of our many destinations across the globe. Made possible by our dedicated team members. who
Get
all do it
engine
for
number
one
2
reason.
started. Now we're derating
That's why
to
your safety
68.
is so important to us. So let's go over some in-flight instructions so that we can get you safely on your way.
To buckle your seatbelt, insert the metal end into the buckle and pull the strap to tighten. To open, lift the top of the buckle. And remember,
You know what I
seatbelts
forgot to
should
do?
be fastened whenever you're
Load the
seated
other
in case of
airplanes.
unexpected
You always
turbulence.
forget something.
Now, make sure your seat is upright. All larger electronic devices are put away, carry-ons are placed all the way under the seat in front of you, and your tray table is stowed. Larger carry-on
Wondering
luggage
why
goes
it
in
looks
the
so
overhead
dead
bin.
outside.
If you have a handheld device, please switch it to airplane mode now.
Yeah, man.
If your electronic device falls into your seat, please do not adjust your seat and contact a crew member for assistance. U.S. law prohibits smoking, including e-cigarettes, at any time. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoke detectors in the lavatories may result in a fine. U.S. law requires all
Please set parking brakes.
and posted signs and crew member instructions.
Unlocking
insert the
gear.
safety card in your seat pocket, which explains the safety features of this airplane, including
And
the
starting number
location
1.
and operation of exits and flotation devices. This aircraft is designed with escape path lighting on or near the floor. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, leave all carry-ons behind and follow the lights quickly and safely to
Man,
the
this
nearest
is gonna
exit.
be,
A
pretty
sign
cruddy.
will indicate you have reached your exit. All exits on this airplane are clearly marked. Take a moment to locate the nearest one. Keep in mind, it may be behind you. All door exits have evacuation slides to use in the unlikely event of an emergency. In a water evacuation, the exit door slides in the front and back of the airplane may be detached and used for flotation. You'll find the exact location on your safety card. When directed to exit, jump onto the slide
Tow
and
truck
move away from the
disconnected.
airplane.
Bypass
If the
pin
cabin loses
removed.
pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically. While remaining
Left is
seated with
clear.
your seatbelt
Right is
fastened,
clear.
hold down on the mask or the red streamer to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, and put the elastic band over your head. Then pull the straps to tighten and breathe normally. Remember to always put your own mask on first before helping others. Know that oxygen is flowing, even if the bag doesn't inflate. Life vests are located under, next to, or between your seat. For help locating them, see your safety card.
Turn the,
To remove the vest,
taxi light
pull the
on there,
tab
let
or
him know
compartment
we're
handle to
good
break
to
the
go.
seal. If equipped with an elastic
And
harness,
I think we're
remove
good
the
on
harness
engine
before
number
opening the pouch.
1.
Remove the vest from the package like this.
So
Put the vest over your head,
igniters
wrap
off,
the strap around your
spoilers
waist,
armed. Let's
attach
get
the
our
buckle and pull tight. Once
weather
outside,
radar
pull
on.
the tab to inflate your vest or blow into the red
Transponder
tube.
on.
In the water, a light on your vest will automatically illuminate. If necessary, an infant life vest
Auto
will be
braking
distributed
max.
by a crew member. The safety card shows how to use it.
It's our honor to care for you on your journey.
Call
If you have any
flaps.
questions,
We're
please
1-0.
refer to the safety card,
Alright.
or feel free to ask any of the cabin crew as they do their final cabin check.
Yeah.
And as always,
kinda
let us
stutters
know
here.
if
There
there's
we go.
anything we can do to make your journey more
GSX acting
enjoyable.
funky. Alright, parking brake off. Let's go ahead and pull out of here, and then we're going to be taking a right.
American Airlines. You are why we fly.
And takeoff config is good. Go ahead and get our APU off. Guy's really going to pull out in front of us, huh? Oh, you know what? We're going to ignore him. Because we need to get out of here. Don't mind that other airplane pulling into us. Yeah, you could, the flex temp you can set at any kind of conditions. I'm just taking what SimBrief is calculating for me too. Let's see here. We're gonna keep going to, I think, Foxtrot, and then we'll take another right. I like how SimBrief makes the camera kind of focus on the raindrops here instead of what is outside. Or not SimBrief, I mean GSX. Blue pad there. Alright, third right. I guess it'd be the second from... This is November, so no, next one. Which is, I said Foxtrot, but it's actually Papa. We can actually take this in, either one, they're right next to each other. Yeah, high humidity. Yeah, I can attest to that. I'm looking out my window here right now, and it's pretty cruddy. Come on there, airplane. Stay on the taxiway. Let's take a quick look here. What do the METAR say? Yeah, 1 mile and 3/4. 13 degrees. That's about 52. Alright, we're going to take the third left, I think. Yeah, onto Echo. Or we can always follow that delta up ahead of us. Well, it's all pretty cruddy right here. 1 3/4 miles visibility, the R1000, heavy rain, that's what the plus is, and overcast or broken ceiling at 600. So not the nicest time to go flying. In real life, that is. Perfect time to go out on the sim, though. Let's see if we're going to get any other planes. We got a few down there. Get up before they get in our way here. Another Delta right there. Scoot in between the two Delta flights. Yeah, no issues here. 53 degrees. We might have to turn on the icing on the climb out, but hopefully not. Because in the FENIX, whenever you hit the anti-icing, man, it just kills your climb. Alright, we are almost there. Very rarely that, at least in the sim or timing-wise, that I get to take off from the 6s and 7s here at LA. Now let's see, we're taking off on the left, so we're gonna have to. I'm not sure where that Delta went, but. Gotta go one runway over. So not here. We're gonna take the next right on Bravo, Bravo. Here we are, Bravo, Bravo. And since we're not online anywhere, we're just going to cross the runway here, and yeah, there's that Delta flight over there. So he's waiting here. We're going to go ahead and cross really quick before somebody comes in to land here. Let the cabin crew know we're good. Put the wing lights on. Ready for an immediate departure here. Landing lights on. And we are on 6 left. Let's come down here. Power set. Stick forward. Goes that Delta off on the other runway. Airspeed's alive. V1 and rotate. Positive brake, you're up. Turn that volume down just a little bit. There's not much to look around over here, huh? Alright, we'll hand fly it for a little bit here. It's a pretty easy straight out departure. Alright, throttles back to climb. Flaps up. I'm going to go ahead and engage autopilot here so we can take a look around a little bit. Bring down that volume just a tad. That looks a little funky. Kill our landing lights. Disarm spoilers. Come on, there we go. Our terrain radar on, and let's crank up our range there a little bit. Hey, looks like we're starting to get a little bit of a breakout here. Plus 13 on the temperature, so far so good. I can see some rain on the windscreen there. Yeah, I can't wait for Microsoft Flight Sim to incorporate a decent turbulence, because I'm sure it's a lot bumpier than what this is feeling like. Alright, well, while we climb on up, let's go ahead and take a look at Las Vegas arrival. Let's see, what runway are we doing? I think it was 26 left.
Traffic.
Refresh our METAR here. And what do we got? Winds calm 10 miles, view at 1,000, broken at 6,000, overcast at 8,000. 2992. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Hey, I see the traffic dead ahead. There, we're gonna pass him by. How's the volume, by the way, for myself and the sim? Is it pretty good? Too loud? Too low? Let me know. I got a new setup. I have a new Stream Deck that I use, and so I'm controlling the volume there. So that's why I'm always trying to figure out if it's looking decent. Cool, sweet. I gotta crank down the sim volume to about 50%. Otherwise it's way too loud. Alright, there's 10,000. Let's go ahead and let the flight crew know. It's getting brighter in the cockpit. Uh-oh. Must be a lot of people flying flight sim or something. Yeah, usually I try to hand fly it up to like 10,000, but this departure was pretty... It's a straight out departure, so there wasn't much to it. If it's a nice departure where you're, you know, making some turns and you actually got to fly it. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here holding the stick and I'm not doing anything. It's a straight out. So. It's just more fun, you know, and I think it kind of like is maybe like, oh, you don't know how to fly your flight simulator, so you got to rely on autopilot, that kind of thing. So you can, you know, fly it up to 10,000 on my hand, you know. Oh goody, icing. Let's go ahead and get our icing on. But it's also, yeah, that might be a little bit of it, but I think for the most part you try to hand fly it as much as you can. And especially with the airliners now, it's a lot of, well, you use the autopilot quite a bit. So yeah, I usually try to, it just depends on the weather, depends on what's going on, depends on the actual departure or the arrival, when I actually take over and, you know, fly it myself. So yeah, this one here was just a straight out departure with no turns or anything, so I might as well just get it up and put the autopilot on because I'm not doing much anyway. Now Vegas, well, Vegas is pretty much straightforward arrival too. Hopefully, I'm hoping the weather goes down in Vegas though, because it was looking pretty crappy over there. Look at that. Here's Vegas. We're right on the edge of this. So I'm hoping it kind of builds in. And there's our flight right there. We're pretty much flying through this. So here's LAX. It's this guy right here. And we're pretty much going right through all of this right to Vegas. That's why I saw this and I thought, oh, that's a good time to go flying. There's 17,100 feet. That's our temperature, +5. And we're only getting like 600-700 feet per minute climb because we have the anti-ice on. There. We'll go over to standard on the altimeter. And what are we going up to? 29,000? Are we going to make it? Who knows? Let's go ahead and there's a couple of bumps here. I think it should be a lot worse though. All right, let's refresh that and take a look at our observation here. Yep. I am not an Airbus pilot in real life. I have no idea. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think what it does is it takes some of the hot air and recycles it. So as the air is going through the engine, it sucks it back. I think it kind of diverts it and puts it back into the front of the engine. So some of the exhaust goes back into the engine and heats it. That's the only thing I can think of. So you lose a little bit of thrust, you lose a little bit of power. I don't know. I'm not an Airbus guy. I should probably look it up, but that's what I've noticed here. So you can see we're only climbing at 1,200 feet per minute. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn anti-ice off. Okay, there it is. And then watch what happens here. Let's see if that moves. Watch, now it won't. I'm going to turn it off. There we go. All right, now anti-icing is off. And you can see our climb rate starting to go up because we're getting a little bit more, I don't know, getting more thrust. Not quite sure. Alright, anyway, let's get down here and go ahead and put in our arrival information. So, altimeter was 292. What do we got here? Temperature is 8. Winds calm. So we'll just say 360 at 0. And then let's take a look at our approach plate here. Las Vegas, come on. Let's start our charts over here. We'll get our ground chart, our arrival chart. What were we on? Raiders 2, and then our approach chart was ILS 26 left Yankee, that one. Getting bounced around a little bit here. Alright, and then let's see here for our ILS here, 200 foot on the barrow. Wait a minute, 2992. Wait a minute. 2992. There we go. Thought I put that in. And then 200 foot on the radio altimeter. I said barrel on at the radar altimeter. All right, so we've got our arrival information in. Yeah, this is nice. Though we should kind of break out towards the end of the flight there. Yeah, I'm sure different airplanes do it differently. So at least on the 320, it's just something that I've noticed when I have anti-icing on, it does not climb. What are we at? 25,000, 4,000 feet to go. Kind of see through the clouds here a little bit. Oh boy, are we going to get to our top of descent like 5 seconds before we're going to get to our altitude and then we got to descend right away. So, what I'm going to do here, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and hit expedite, except I'm going to do it on my, Stream Deck here. The last couple 1,000 feet. I want to get up before we gotta descend. There we go. And let's see here, what are we going down to? 3,800. Yeah, it is a fast flight. That's why it's like if you're not going to climb up because you got anti-icing on, you barely make it up to your cruise altitude before you already got to descend. So just waiting to capture it, which I think we did. And then we got to start our descent here already. So let's go ahead and go down to, what was it, 1,800. Engage that. There we go. We made it up for just a minute. We're already descending. I think we're going to keep the seatbelt sign on the whole time. Since it is a bit of a bumpy flight here. Alright, we started our descent. Let's see here, I'm going to take a quick look at flight time. Says destination, 11 minutes from now, but that's to the airport, so about 15, 17 minutes we'll be on the ground. It's always worth flying when there's some actual weather out there. Most of the time, I'm flying the west coast out here. There's no weather, or at least the southwest. Though I have started to fly quite a bit in the Pacific Northwest, just to get a little bit of variety. So I've been flying like Seattle, Portland, Boise, Salt Lake City, that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's a quick hop, New York to Boston too. I do fly a little bit. I picked up a package from what is it, Any Builds, a little while back, and they had, they do like bundles. So I got what was it, Detroit, Oklahoma City, and JFK. They had a bundle for those, so I got that, which is pretty nice. And Oklahoma City's kind of nice too. It's a nice little airport. So sometimes I fly out of like Salt Lake City to Oklahoma, or Albuquerque or Phoenix. It's not too long of a flight into Oklahoma. Look at that, looks nice. Let's see here. Yeah, almost there. Nice quick hop. Seattle to Juneau, yeah, how long is that? I like flights that are like an hour and a half, otherwise they get a little antsy. I don't know how some of those guys do it, like XP or Captain Canada, where they're not doing long hauls, but they're doing like, they're streaming for like 3 or 4 hours or 5 hours. I have trouble sitting put for like an hour. So just doing streams, when I'm flying and I'm not streaming, yeah, you can do a longer flight because you can get up and, move about the cabin, so to speak. Yeah, 2 hours. Cool. I'll have to try that. I haven't done much flying outside. Well, I haven't done much flying up to Alaska. I think I flew up there once or twice. Yeah, usually I try to keep it like this flight here is, I don't know, 300 miles. Not even, something like that. See, I'm checking exactly. So LAX to LAS is 205 miles, nautical miles. And they got one of those offset approaches. And those are always fun. There's a couple. What was that? I was just flying into something that had that. I can't remember if it was Palm Springs. It was an RNAV approach, so it was kind of cockeyed. That's when you kind of rely on the autopilot too, just to fly it nicely. Alright, 19,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and go over to our altimeter setting here, 2992 for the arrival. Go figure. Let me just double check that. Come on. Nope, no change. Yeah, a lot of them are like that because they take you at an angle right up to the runway. Runway's here, and you're coming in like this. I really can't believe that the winds are calm at Las Vegas. Let's take a look here. Oh no, yeah, they're calm. Look at that. Wow. Wind's calm. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm always looking for something nice to fly into that I've been doing the AIRBUS lately, so something that'll fit the 320 and something where I have some decent scenery, whether it's a payware or freeware. That's why I've been doing Boise, Idaho, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, San Jose, Oakland. I gotta download some Reno. I need Reno. The color of my screen. The color of my screen, these clouds, is exactly what I'm seeing out my window. Let's see what we got for company message. Are we late? I usually ignore these anyway. Yeah. Send ADC for 9 minutes, blah, 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 yeah. Delay card, company tablet, sure, whatever. Yeah, I'll have to take a look. I'll have to fly up to Juneau. Let me see, where is it? Is it down here towards the south, right? What's the identifier? I don't even know where it is. Anchorage. No, I think we got icing again. Yep. At least on the descent, it doesn't matter, so doesn't affect the engine output. What do we have for temperature? +3. JNU is the identifier. Is it, it's not K though. Is it something else? Come on. PAJN, that's what it is. PAJN. There it is. Yeah, I knew it was. I thought it was kind of down towards the south over here, but there it is. Juneau. So if we do a flight from, say, Seattle, okay, let's see. It's still 800 miles. It's still a little bit of a haul. Alright, we're almost there. Let's see if we can, and the rain starts right on time. Let's see here, we are landing, and I'm going off the real world flight. There is a real world flight. American Airlines flies from LAX to Las Vegas, and they landed, or are scheduled to land and arrive Terminal 1, Gate D8. D8. No American, huh? Alright, well, we'll just go with, yeah, okay, Southwest. Ooh, it's getting dark out here. Yeah, how we doing on fuel here? 4,880 pounds left. We're good. Yeah, it sounds like it. Mini Seattle, huh? Yeah, I've been having some fun. Like I said, another quick hop is like Boise to Seattle. It's kind of like this. Quick little jump. And Seattle, as you can expect, always has some funky weather. So it's always, it's been kind of fun flying in and out of there. Now, I know with Las Vegas here, I think it was 2.6 left. There's a little bit of a quirk, and it brought you in too low in Microsoft Flight Simulator, unfortunately. Can't remember if it was left or right, but I'm not gonna trust the simulator here. So we'll make sure we take over in plenty of time. The autopilot tries to fly you into the end of the runway. We'll see what the actual winds are going to be like here. As I found, there can be a very big discrepancy between what is actually happening in the simulator, or what's on the AIRBUS, what's happening in the real world, what's being displayed in the tablet. It can vary wildly. Yeah, I haven't had any problems in Seattle in Microsoft flying the AIRBUS. Like I said, Vegas though. Vegas has an issue with the scenery. I know Captain Canada. I was watching him do it a couple streams back. He was flying in, and then I don't know if I did one stream or something where. Look at that. Nice. Look at that rain shower. I love the way Flight Simulator does the actual rain showers. Alright, we got to get our head in the game here. What are we doing? We're at 200. Let's go ahead and flaps 1. Look at the rainbow. Rainbow. Got a little bit of traffic off to the left there. Let's go landing lights on. We'll let the flight crew know we're coming in. Get all our lights lit up. That's nice. X-plane can't do that. Like I even got a double rainbow. Alright, we'll come over here. We're gonna go landing system. As soon as we make our turn here, we'll come around and do approach mode. Yeah, I'm gonna go hit approach right now. And we'll turn the volume up a little bit. For the arrival. Yeah, I can't beat Microsoft Flight Simulator for the visuals. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and arm our speed brake. I have that mapped to a button, so I'm just making sure. Yep, that looks good. Landing lights are on. We'll go, well, we're still 5 out, or 7.5 out. Yeah, 100 and, oh, excuse me, 180. Or, yeah, 180 on the speed. We'll go flaps 2. Got a tickle in my throat. Alright, 5 miles out, gear down. On the flaps, or I say 30, but flaps 3, and full flaps, and then again we're gonna take over ourselves here in a minute, because I believe this will bring us in a little bit too low. It doesn't always coincide with the PAPI lights, so don't go off of the PAPI lights, but the ILS actually does bring you in quite a bit lower. Alright,
1,000.
Now, I don't know how real this is, but it seems like the airport sits on a little plateau right here. Like the stuff right here is lower than the airport, and I don't know if that's just a Microsoft thing. You can kind of see it off here on the right hand side, like this is elevated. So I don't know if that is correct, and maybe that's what's throwing the ILS off. But for visual, so I'm just going to fly the PAPI lights here. And you can see the ILS has got us way down here.
100 above. Minimum. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
130, what did it say, 139? Welcome to Vegas. Now we got to figure out what our gate is. I mean, I've been to Vegas a number of times, but I never noticed. I never been on the, I guess that would be the east side of the airport, so I've never been there too much, so I never really noticed that there's an elevation change. So I'm not quite sure if that's just a Microsoft thing. I'm going to stop over here just for a minute and get our APU fired up. And take a quick look at where our gate is. What do we say for gate? We're doing D8. D8 is... It's going to be all the way around the corner over there, of course. Alright, I got it. Let's see if we can make it before that guy lands. Should have picked a closer gate. Not that it's too far away, but it's kind of around the backside of the terminal. Alright, flaps up and spoilers down. Cleaned up over here, get our flight directors off. Yeah, the approach was nice and stable there. I mean, like I said, I took over a little bit early just to fly it in, but if you let the autopilot fly the actual ILS, the ILS brings you in way too low, and you actually do a touchdown like a few 100 feet before the end of the runway. Because I've done an auto land just to test it, and yeah, for sure, it's kind of the ILS is whacked out on that runway. At least that one. I'm not sure about the parallel one. Goodness, getting crowded over here too. These guys running into each other. Right, because that's where I gotta go. Oh, what is it? DX12. Our little strange squares. Maybe that's what that blue square over in Los Angeles was. Alright, let's see here. Straight ahead and around to the left. D8. Hopefully we are we'll have another plane. I don't see any in our spot. Sweet. So that should be 11. And then 10. And then 8. Oh, that's 10. And there's 8. I think I see our marshaller sitting up there. Hit the wrong buttons here. Alright, taxi light off. I know, I'm just trying to line up a little better here. Hold on there, guy. This is a little weird. He's telling me to cut my engine. This thing says I'm 45 feet away. I don't know. Kind of weird. I think GSX is a little wacky right there, but I'm going to stop right there. Alright, parking brake on. And let's go ahead and kill the engines. Transponder off. Come up here and seatbelt sign can come off. Beacon off. And we will tell GSX.
The boarding requested.
To start our deboarding. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but anyway, that is so much for the flight here. Turn that down a bit. Anyway, whoever's still watching, thanks for hanging out. Nice little weather flight out of Las Vegas, or sorry, I should say out of Los Angeles to Las Vegas here. Hope you enjoyed that flight, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.